Hello everybody and welcome to today's QuickFire Quiz with me, Mr. Chapman, the Quiz Wizard. It's Friday, the sun is out and we've already had 4 fantastic quizzes this week. So here is our 5th one. Welcome to those of you who are taking part again and a big hello to those of you who are taking part for the first time. My shout out today is to Madison Rance, who has been taking part in the quizzes for a very long time now. So a big hello to you, Madison. Right, let's see what our quiz has in store for us today. Oh, our first one is a general knowledge question and it's about food. The Quiz Wizard does like his food. Which breakfast cereal is advertised with the slogan Snap, Crackle and Pop? Which breakfast cereal is advertised with the slogan Snap, Crackle and Pop? Question 2 is a grammar question. What punctuation needs to be added to this sentence? We have karate training every Wednesday. What punctuation needs to be added to this sentence? We have karate training every Wednesday. Read the sentence carefully. Think about what a sentence needs. What needs to be added in? Maybe more than one thing, maybe more than 2. Question 3 is a maths question. Which number lies exactly halfway between 120 and 150? So which number lies halfway between 120 and 150? A challenging question here, but you can use this for various numbers when you're trying to find the halfway point between them. I'll show you the method later. Question 4. Name a living organism that needs to shed its skin regularly as it grows. Name a living organism that needs to shed its skin regularly as it grows. So a bit of a science question here for you. Get that brain ticking. Question 5 is a geography question. Good geography knowledge needed here. What is the highest mountain in the world? What is the highest mountain in the world? What is it called? If you know this one, that is good knowledge. 5 more questions to go. Question 6. What is the most expensive property on the UK version of Monopoly? So what is the name of the most expensive property on the UK version of Monopoly? Whilst you're in lockdown, this might be a great game you can play with your brothers and sisters and your family. Question 7 today. History. Which liner sank on her maiden voyage in 1912? Which liner sank on her maiden voyage in 1912? What's the name of that boat? Question 8. Another maths question. What would you add to 6.4 to make 7? What would you add to 6.4 to make 7? Think about what you could count on. Question 9. We've looked at different types of noun, but this is an abstract noun. What is the abstract noun in the following sentence? The fireman showed great bravery during the fire. What is the abstract noun? The fireman showed great bravery during the fire. And our last question today, number 10. Which Disney film does the song Under the Sea come from? Which Disney film does the song Under the Sea come from? And that's the end of our quiz today. I wonder how many we have scored. Before I go through the answers, Friday, it's time for some times tables. So Just quickly jot down the answers or shout them out if you want to. Right, 7 times 9 equals 6 sixes are, or 6 squared. Number 3, 11 times 4 equals. Number 4, 5 times 12 is. And number 5, 8 fives are. 8 fives are. Let's go through our answers. So 7 nines are 63. 6 times 6 is 36. Remember, 6 squared is when you're multiplying something by itself. 11 times 4 is 44. 5 12s are 60. If you found that one tricky, but you know your fives, just do 12 times 5. And 8 fives are 40. Well done if you got those right. Let's have a look at our answers. Rice Krispies. They're the cereal that go snap, crackle and pop. I do enjoy a good bowl of Kellogg's Rice Krispies. Question 2. The punctuation that was needed in this sentence, there was 3 bits you needed to find. Every sentence starts with a capital letter and every sentence ends with a piece of punctuation. This one is a statement, so I've used a full stop. And Wednesday is a proper noun, so that needs a capital letter too. Question 3, which number lies halfway between 120 and 150? Now, if you didn't get this, listen carefully, because this is a good trick. What you need to do is you find the difference between the 2 numbers that you know. So if you counted on or found the difference between 150 and 120, you get 30, 130, 140, 150. Okay, then what you need to do is you want to know the halfway point of that. So split that 30 in half, divide it by 2. 30 divided by 2 is 15. And then what you do is you go back to your first number, 120, and add 15 onto that. And you go to your other number, 150, and take away 15 from that. And the 2 numbers should meet in the middle, which is, in this case, 135. Try that with changing the numbers. So maybe you could do what number lies halfway between 260 and 300. Same method. Question 4, a living organism that needs to shed its skin regularly as it grows. A snake is a great example of that. The outer skin of a snake is dead and it can't grow. As the snake grows, a new layer of skin forms underneath and the old skin gets shed. So many insects regularly discard, that means gets rid of, their exoskeletons for the same reason. Number 5, the highest mountain in the world is Mount Everest. It sits in the Himalayas in a country called Nepal. It's 8,848 meters tall. So you could find some fun facts about Everest and do a little fact file. Here's a couple here. 3,000 people have climbed Mount Everest. And unfortunately, 210 people have died trying to climb the mountain. Number 6. There's been a few family feuds over Monopoly, I would imagine, but the most expensive property is Mayfair. It's worth £400. Do not land on the hotels on Mayfair. Game over. Question 7. The Titanic was the liner that sank on its maiden voyage across the Atlantic. It famously hit an iceberg, and obviously the film with Leonardo DiCaprio in it as well. Has been recorded since. The journey of the Titanic is really interesting to research as well. Question 8. What would you add to 6.4 to make 7? You're counting on, but you're not counting on in ones, you're counting on in tenths because we're talking decimals. So we add 0.1 on each time. And as you can see, if you do that 6 times, it's 0.6. Okay. Try that with other numbers as well. Change your start and end number. Question 9. The abstract noun in this sentence, the firemen showed great bravery during the fire. So we talked about different types of noun, but an abstract noun is a feeling, or it's an idea that you can't touch it. Okay, so it's something that you can't see and touch. So things like happiness and education, bravery, scared. Okay, try and think of some other abstract nouns. And the last question today was, under the sea, under the sea is the Little Mermaid, Sebastian the Crab. Do you know what? You've got a couple of days off. Why not watch? There's loads of good Disney films. The Little Mermaid's not bad, actually. Quite a good one. Catchy tunes. So how did you get on today? Okay, did you beat some of your previous scores this week? Can you beat your score on any other of the quickfire quizzes? So there's now nearly 20 quizzes on the site, on the channel. Go and have a look. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button. I really like seeing the likes. That's fantastic. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are interested in getting updates. But you must ask somebody, your parents or grandparents or your carer before you do that. Also, please tell your teachers at school. Get them to spread the word of the Quiz Wizard kids as well. Bring a friend next time. See if you can beat them. Also, thank you for those of you that keep tweeting me at @the_Quiz Wizard. I do really enjoy reading your tweets as well. So, you've worked hard this week. The sun is out. Go and enjoy a few well-earned days. The last thing I need to say to all of you is, you guessed it, it's class dismissed. See you next week.